Folks, exciting news right up top. The Patreon is up. The Snack Spot Patreon page is in full swing. We've got 2 new shows running on there right now, Bad Directions with me, and, of course, the Captions On podcast, where Emily, Faz from Schemin' and Dreamin', and myself are going through the Disney Channel original movie catalog. It's an absolute blast. It's super, super fun, and to get access to all that content, it's only $3 a month. Plus, we're going to be putting up all kinds of new, exciting shows, a lot of cool bonus content and stuff on there. So if you have subscribed, thank you very much, and please do check it out. The link's going to be in this episode description. Make sure you take a look at the new Snack Spot Patreon. There's a lot of awesome stuff on there, and you guys are really going to like it, so be sure to hit the link in the episode description and check that stuff out.
All right, Emily.
Logos are off?
Logos are off.
Okay. Now, Bauer, I know you have a lot of stuff you need to get to, but I need to talk to my brother here real quick.
That's all right. I can wait.
This is important. Now, we were just talking about how we were in we were in Nashville a couple weeks ago for my bachelor party. We had an absolute blast. It was probably the perfect weekend. I remember I was leaving, we were in the airport. We were leaving Nashville, and I remember thinking to myself, wow, this is like the perfect bachelor party weekend. The only thing it was missing was like a celebrity cameo, and I really thought we were going to get one. That would have been really, really cool. Last week, we're doing the live stream for Captions On, and Faz, who was in Nashville with us, is on that podcast. So we're sitting there about to go live, and he goes, yeah, remember when we got off the party bus, we had to go to the bathroom in that recording studio, and somebody was there. Darius Rucker was in there. They told us to be quiet because Darius Rucker was recording.
He's lying.
He's not lying, Matthew.
Yes,
he didn't even know who Darius Rucker was.
Yeah, I know, but it's because I was in there singing Wagon Wheel. I guarantee you he does
Matthew.
not. I guarantee you Darius Rucker. You think that I would walk into a fucking recording studio and I wouldn't know that Darius Rucker was in there?
Matthew, Faz said that he got out of the bathroom and the girl from the bus said, we got to be extra quiet because Darius Rucker.
I was there when we got out of the bathroom with the girl because Faz and I had a moment in that bathroom.
Yeah, I know you did. He said he got out first, and that's what she told him.
How long was this after Matt saying Darius Rucker? Was it close enough to Matt
it was right
singing
there.
Wagon Wheel?
But
I got yelled at in the
be
recording studio because I was screaming Wagon Wheel.
So he could have been referring to you as Darius Rucker.
That's what I'm saying.
Faz doesn't even know that song, though.
Yeah, but I bet you I'm pretty sure I said the words out loud. No, we have to be quiet. Darius Rucker's in there.
All right. Well,
I think.
But he also told Emily privately. He told Emily that Darius Rucker was there.
Yeah, I don't think
when I wasn't there.
I think Fugazi, because I'll tell you right now, if I was in the same building as Darius Rucker, I would know.
You would feel it. Your chest hairs would be tingling.
There'd be blood flowing all over the place.
All right. Now I'm just double mad. Now I'm just God damn it.
If we've Darius,
I'm cocooning.
I'll text Darius after the show, and if he was there, I'll be pissed.
If Darius Rucker listens, let us. Where were you guys?
He does listen. Nashville.
But okay, well, that's a big place.
We don't really know where we were.
Let's get specific here, so he knows if he was.
Yeah,
there.
that's true. No idea.
Yeah,
we were
somewhere. We were in a recording studio that they let us pee in while we were pretty intoxicated.
Which doesn't sound like someplace Darius Rucker would be.
No.
But hey, it was also late. Maybe just needed a last minute.
Yeah, little session.
Yeah,
session.
Exactly.
No, there's no way Darius Rucker was in that recording studio. It was a nice place, but there's no way they're letting us go piss in a place where Darius Rucker is recording. There's just no chance.
Again, maybe they didn't know he was showing up. It was like a last-minute thing. They already have this deal with the bus people to come
but wherever Darius Rucker records doesn't have a deal with the fucking bus company.
He could go and do whatever he wants. You're making a lot of sense right now.
Faz a liar. I'm calling him out right now.
All right, fine. I should call him right now. I don't have my fucking phone.
I do. I could call him. Should I call him?
Yeah, give him a call. Because when he told me that, because he's like, yeah, some guy I don't even, he didn't know who Darius Rucker was. I was fuming that no one told me. And now I'm mad that it's a potential falsehood.
If he answers, you got to ask him to describe what Darius Rucker looks like.
But he doesn't know Darius Rucker.
But he knows the guy that he saw.
No, he didn't see him. The bus lady told him that Darius Rucker was there.
I think it's a Fugazi.
So you think the bus lady was lying?
Do we have the bus lady's number?
That's what I want to know. I think we should get in touch with that
I know.
bus company.
We do have her Venmo.
Okay, so that's a start.
Did
We
you
can trace
actually
her
see
from that. We
Darius
can
Rucker
trace her from that.
$1?
Yeah.
Faz, no reply.
Actually, do it on a request.
Yeah. Request $1 from her.
Oh, that's hilarious. You owe us $1 at least because we didn't get to see Hootie.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll never know for sure. You can believe what you want, you know. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but me and Faz, we
you
believe.
can say there's no such thing as Santa.
So I'm just all right. I'm
That's
calm
a
now.
bu-
I'm calm
yeah.
now.
That's
I was
a
fuming.
disappointing start to the episode.
Yeah, a little bit. I
Yeah.
thought you were
well
gonna
for
be-
me too, because
yeah.
now I'm like, well, if he was there and we didn't,
I think
see
he
him,
was,
I don't
dude.
think
That's
he
what I'm
was.
trying to say.
Live with a little hope. Darius Rucker was there. You didn't get to see him, but you get to tell everyone that you
that-
were in the
it
same
made
area.
me when
To
Faz
me,
told
that's
me
even
that.
worse. Like I'm more mad knowing that
Oh,
he
yeah.
would be there
I-
than just denying.
The only reason I didn't like start slamming things was because literally my finger was like on the button to go live, and I don't want to exhibit that part of myself, but I wanted to start banging the coffee table in the green room.
because you
so
know
bad.
I would have been in that recording.
Yeah, of
studio.
course we would have found some way. You know, it would have sucked. Maybe I hate to do the bus company dirty like that because they were super nice, but we would have to get in there somehow.
Oh, I would have got it.
We would have to
I would
get
have
in
been
there
in there
somehow.
like swimwear. As
5 feet for
Oh,
booty.
Faz just
5 feet.
fucking
That's Canada's
texted me.
new thing. I don't know. This like came out of the blue for him. He just says in there like swimwear to everything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Has he been saying it a lot to you?
No,
This
no,
is
that's
like
the
the
first
third
time I've
time
heard
he's
him say
dropped it
that.
this week.
He's trying to. He's a trendsetter, kid.
Yeah,
you know
he
that.
needs
He
he, like,
starts
needed
these
a new
crazy
line.
phases or phrases out there. You know, soon enough, everybody will be.
And they're like swimwear is
everybody on
like
the ice will be saying
a
them.
world-renowned
But
phrase.
yeah, no, I know, but you're
What's it
just
mean?
saying it a lot lately. Like I bet you if I put it in my phone right now, I've got at least 2 text messages from you. Do we want to go over when you said them?
That was funny though.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What is it?
And at
what does
least
that
once
mean?
on the couch in the living room the other night when you took my phone, you said it. You said you'd be in there like somewhere.
And it was funny when I said it. It'll be funny when I continue to say it. Faz texted me.
It's a
He says the
cop-out.
bus driver told me. I don't believe a fucking word he says.
Listen.
How reliable was the
Faz
bus
isn't.
driver?
Faz isn't a liar like that. I choose to believe him. And if it comes out that he is lying, then
We
I'll
fire
just
him.
cancel scheming and dreaming. Yeah,
Yeah, I
it'll
agree.
be that easy.
Feels hot in here today. Is it just me?
Actually, it feels a little cold. In
You're just
here.
getting warmed
It-
up.
It's been hot
Big-
in here before.
big day
Wow, no.
today.
Yeah.
No, it's
Well,
true.
now that the Hootie thing is remaining unresolved,
It's debunked.
it's still unresolved as far as I'm concerned. The jury's still out. I'm so angry about it. Whatever. Bauer. What I should say is Matthew. Thanks for coming on to our podcast.
Yeah.
Because last time Bauer was here, he had to fill in for you when the whole.
Iron Man streak. Well, he's restarting now, but you've got the longest active Iron Man
By
streak.
one. By one. Yep, by one episode.
No, because
No,
that's
it
not how it works.
restarts.
It restarts when you miss one.
So
Oh,
you're
okay.
like well over 100 past him now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm only at like, I don't know, when was that? 10 episodes ago? 15 episodes ago?
I have no idea.
So I'd only
Something
be at
like
like
that.
15
Yeah, yeah.
episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
15 episode streak.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm trying to. I'm
Dude, and I
figuring
put
it
up a
out.
good fight, dude. I
Oh, 100%.
recorded, I went through COVID twice
Mhm.
and recorded podcasts.
Yeah, it took a full airline shutdown for it to happen.
Yeah, the FDA really screwed me. Food and Drug Administration.
Yeah. So Bauer, what is this thing you've been, talking about?
You want me to go right into it
Yeah,
now?
of course, dude. You've been talking
Yeah,
about.
you haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew
Well-
he was gonna do that.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't
Oh,
sure.
Now
you're-
he's gonna get shy all this.
No,
sudden. He
I
was talking
wasn't
such
sure
a
if you
big
wanted me to
game.
do it right. Well, okay, so I figured, Andy, you're getting married, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And so I wanted, as somebody who's been in a relationship for a long time and has a lot of experience, you to be able to give some advice to the listeners on
Okay.
relationships.
Great.
And also as someone who's getting married to maybe get a little advice from a couple guys. So I scoured Reddit for some good relationship advice posts.
Okay.
And these are just situations you might find yourself in
Got
one
it.
day.
This, you know what? This
And-
works out great because I
You've
don't know if you know this, Bauer, but one of our new Patreon podcasts is a call-in show with me where I give people advice. It's called Bad Directions. So this is like this is perfect.
This is okay, great.
Talk about synergy, baby.
Yeah, we're feeling it.
You're hired.
So first one is me and Matthew will give you some advice here, and I'll say the story and I'll let Matthew start. And
this is
this is
one of the most you things I've ever heard. Like,
I don't know
you're
what
getting
this
married,
story
so
is.
let me give you some advice. About
What is the story? Do I have to?
What the fuck?
Am I gonna be pissed?
Well, I
this
scoured
story?
our marriage advice, and I just found some. I started top posts of all time, and just picked a few out. Ones that
What does it have to do with me though?
Well, you're gonna help Andy out. So like, if he ever finds himself in this situation,
I'll be like, hey,
you're giving him advice ahead of time.
okay,
Like if before anything happens, you help him out. All right, or maybe just tell him how to avoid getting into this situation.
yeah.
Best offense is a good defense.
Yeah.
Mother's Day is coming up, and we all know you blew it last year. Don't be the screw-up that your family thinks you are this Mother's Day. Use Instacart. Even if you forget the last minute, Instacart will deliver whatever it is you're looking for right to your front door in as little as 1 hour, because not only can you get groceries through Instacart, but you can also get all sorts of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores. And the best part is right now, 2 in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. All you have to do is hit the link in this episode description and get yourself that deal, and Instacart will deliver whatever it is you're looking for. No delivery fee. Drop right to your front door. No problem. Start making things a little easier on yourself this Mother's Day and start using Instacart today. Folks, a great way to support the show is to check out all the sick merch we have got over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. We've got all kinds of great stuff, not just for this show, but also for Schemin' and Dreamin' and for Quested, the other 2 podcasts that we produce right here. We'll probably have to toss some stuff from the Patreon shows up there. Maybe like Gilbert's Got a Gun t-shirts or something like that. I don't know. Subscribe to the Patreon to get that reference. But in the meantime, again, check out all of the merch over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Hoodies, t-shirts, as well as all kinds of cool accessories and stuff. Pint glasses, water bottles. The Quested fanny packs are super sick. We've got bucket hats, baseball hats, whatever it is you're looking for. And this is top quality product, okay, folks? This is not that cheap shit you're getting from other shows and stuff like that, okay? We would not cheap out on that material. And again, you can find all of this great stuff over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com, or just hit the link in this episode description to get yourself something that's going to make you look good and feel good. And it's a great way to support the show. And if you're interested in advertising on this show or our twin show, Schemin' and Dreamin', or Quested, the Dungeons and Dragons podcast that we produce right here, you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. Because podcast advertising has been shown in some studies to be up to 19% more effective than traditional media advertising, which is why you get these companies like McDonald's and State Farm moving away from more traditional media outlets like television and stuff into the realm of podcasting, because they see how effective it is. And it's cool to see companies of that size, that caliber, moving into podcast advertising away from the traditional media. But it hasn't left enough room yet for smaller or even local businesses to get in on all that sweet podcast ad money action. But that's what we are here for. So if you're interested in learning more about all the benefits to podcast advertising, again, you can reach out to us at snackspotsports@gmail.com.
My 24-year-old female husband, 30-year-old male, is hiding Asian porn usage from me after talking about it. How? So my husband, whom I've been with for 4 years, had a serious relationship with an Asian woman for about 6 years before meeting me. In our first year together, I saw on his phone that all his porn history, which he didn't hide, was Asian. I didn't say anything about it until about 3 years in, when he first denied it was true, and after showing him the proof, he told me he would stop watching it because it made me upset. Now he deletes his history for porn, but it's still saved in his videos history, and it's all still Asian.
Yeah, of course it is.
I feel really awful about this, like he's pinning for what he had. I've also noticed he checks out Asian women a lot more when we're out. What should I do? Should I be worried? How would you feel in this situation? Any advice for your brother here, in case he ever finds himself in a fantasy world?
I think, if you ever become addicted to Asian porn, just run it by us first. Like, hey, feeling some type of way about Asian porn lately.
Yeah.
I don't want my wife to get pissed at me. What should I do? We'll bring it up then. We'll
Okay.
wait till we get there. Yeah.
So your advice is we'll cross that bridge when we
get
come
there.
to it?
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
My advice was I have two options. One, only watch porn that looks like your wife, or just start making porn and then use that.
Okay. I would say a couple things. First of all, for one thing, it depends on what
We
kind
do
of
have a
Asian porn that
Patreon.
he's watching.
Yeah.
But you actually can't do 18 like adult content on Patreon.
You can only do
confirmed.
child content.
You can only do child content. Yeah. Shout out to the Page Snack Spot, patreon.com/snackspot, baby.
Everything's above board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I mean, because there's a lot of different kinds of Asian porn. If it's like weird, then he's just a weird guy. Here's the thing. First of all, if you're so concerned about this, maybe communicate with this guy a little more about like what he would want to see in the bedroom, and show this guy what he's missing. Take the country back, baby. Show a little show him what's up.
All right. Yeah.
And also, but you can't try to control what this dude is attracted to. Like if he loves Asian porn like that, he's not going to stop watching it. But it also doesn't necessarily mean you have to be concerned. Like this is this dude's fantasy. Like he's with you, if he's still being faithful, and these are just the videos that he watches when you're like not around, as long as you guys are still banging on a regular basis, like you got to let the dogs run, baby. You got to let this boy move.
I don't want to say this, but like the vibe I'm getting from Andy right now is that if like in his life, it's like if it's the porn or woman, I'm gonna have to choose the porn. Like that's the vibe I'm getting.
Well, no.
All right, yeah.
I guess I'll
You want to
clarify
deny that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do want to
That's
deny
okay.
that. I do want to
All right.
deny that. At least while things are being recorded. At least
All
while
right.
we're being recorded, I'll deny it.
All right. We'll move on to the next one. Andy, this is for you to give advice to a guy out there.
Okay.
This guy was not married, but I just figured, and this is perfect because apparently he is the relationship advice guy. So here we go. My 29-year-old male ex-girlfriend, 23-year-old female, keeps spoiling Game of Thrones for me. My ex, we'll call her Danny, and I were together for nearly a year. We broke up a couple of months ago due to distance and just not being right for each other. The majority of our relationship was long distance while I worked abroad, and communication was hard. I had a lot of jealousy issues due to Danny having a lot of male friends, and she slept with a lot of guys. I let this get the better of me, and I cheated on her with my ex and some other girls.
What the fuck?
Yeah, big change up. She found out shortly after we broke up and understandably hates me. We had a massive argument after the breakup where I said some nasty things that I regret, and now she doesn't talk to me or want anything to do with me. When we are together, Danny introduced me to Game of Thrones. I got addicted to it. Unfortunately, while abroad, I wasn't able to watch it live, and it would usually take me a while to find a good stream, if I found one at all. Internet out there was bad. Danny blocked me on every form of communication when we broke up, but on Monday after the Season 6 premiere, she unblocked me, and I saw that I had messages from her. I was excited because I thought maybe she forgave me and we could move on, but it was literally just every spoiler from the first episode. Since then, she spoils the show for me every week. I tried to ask her to stop, but she blocks me immediately and sends the message. I blocked her on WhatsApp, but she did it via Facebook. Then next week it was over text.
damn.
She even borrowed one of our mutual friends' phones to do it, and I fell for that. Our mutual friend is so closer to her and apparently hates me now because of what she's told them about me. I can't watch it before she ruins it because I have to wait until my girlfriend, my old ex's ex, is home from work to watch it with her. This dude's life is fucked. I don't know. I know I didn't treat her very well, but I just want to watch my favorite show again. Is there any way I can get Danny to stop it or make peace so she won't ruin the show for me anymore?
Brother. Everybody turn down the podcast right now except for this guy. I got to talk straight to him. Pale, listen. First of all, I'm of the mindset that if you break up End of contact. So, yeah, Danny blocked you. You should be blocking Danny also, man. Like, you got to let that
She's
go.
using mutual friends' phones.
That's funny, which is why I'm Team Danny. That's a number one point to get across. Is I'm Team Danny in this situation. This guy let all of his insecurities get him in trouble. He's obviously very dumb and a real big pussy. So he's got to get his shit together, man. He's got to get his head straight. And he's got to. Don't let Danny do this to you. I mean, I think Danny, you deserve it. But if we're pretending we're being on this guy's team, don't let Danny do this to you. Start blocking her, man. You got to take your power back.
Yeah, I agree. Like, why would you? I mean, the mutual friends thing different, but
yeah.
like,
Which again, shout out to Danny.
You knew what happened.
She's electric.
You knew what happened last Monday, and then the following Monday, you got a Facebook message from her, and you thought again, like,
Dude,
maybe
so
now
good.
she forgave me.
Danny moving.
Yeah,
to
Danny.
God,
yeah,
that's so fun. Shout out to
wherever
Danny.
Danny is. Feel free to come on and tell us some
Danny,
tips and tricks.
Danny, free invitation to the podcast. Whatever that guy's name is, that dude. He's got. I mean, his life is only going to get worse. Because that's the kind of guy who, unless he really, it's going to take a lot for him to actually sit down and look inward. He's probably never going to do that. So his life is only going to get worse the older he gets. So. Kill yourself. Don't do that.
Boy.
Don't do that.
All right.
I'm just
that
kidding.
was season 6 came out a long time ago, so hopefully he's well over this, or maybe they're back together because he's got a thing for.
They shouldn't be. I'm
jealous of like whenever she took that mutual friend's phone to send the spoilers. That was the most electric moment of all time.
That was so
like,
funny when she had that idea.
So good,
especially because she had done it the previous weeks, obviously. So she was like, I have to get creative, and texted this mutual friend and was like, hey, I need to see you on Monday. Sorry, random burp in the mic. I need to see you on Monday so that I can use your phone to spoil Game of Thrones for my ex-boyfriend.
That's too good.
Do you guys want another one? This last one's a little bit more, but
okay.
I'll let Canada read the caption first. Just read the top line here. You want to read that story? You're a good reader.
You're afraid. I think you should make Alex read it because he's clearly afraid too. Don't be like Danny's ex-boyfriend, dude. You got to get out of your comfort zone.
The top line is just, it caught all the attention.
This is the only other one you've got. You don't got anything else?
I've got one other one. It's not as fun. But
okay.
I mean.
This is the other one I popped in there.
Yeah, we could do this one.
Okay, this one's not as... Can I just read the top line of the other one?
Yeah, I suppose.
Do whatever you want.
The top line of the other one is, my husband wants a hand job / blow job every single day. He does this very annoying dry hump on my leg to wake me up and then goes, quote, babe, are you going to jerk me off or what? I find this so irritating, but I just do it anyways.
Yeah, that's a bad news. She's got to get out of that relationship.
You don't think that's healthy?
No.
The story gets pretty intense.
Yeah, it got out of control. That's
the humping the leg is electric.
That's crazy. That's a crazy move. See, there's guys out there who their move is to like be really annoying and just kind of like whiny and stuff, and that's never a good move. On top of that, this guy is expecting what it sounds like a lot of work out of his partner and giving nothing in return, even if he was gonna do a little something.
Post. I've read it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm nailing it.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Tale as old as time, dude. Tale as old as time. It's Beauty and the Beast.
All right,
that's a Beauty and the Beast right there.
So Andy returns the favor.
Yeah,
he knows. All right. This one's not as fun, but this is a good one for me and Canada to give you some advice here. Divorce over a lap dance. My husband asked me to upload some photos from his phone to my computer for storage because he was getting a new phone. As I uploaded the pictures, I saw pictures of him getting a nude lap dance from his friend's bachelor party he went to 3 years ago when we were already married. I was furious. There are pictures of him laying down with her vagina in his face. I can see his other friends in the picture, so I know it wasn't a private dance. I remember the night he came home before the party and smelled like perfume. Before I could even ask, he said quite rudely to me that his friends jokingly sprayed him with perfume. I just let it go because I trusted him. I confronted him about it, and now he's mad that I was looking through the pictures. He yelled at me saying he never cheated on me and it was just a stripper. I'm not prude, so I don't care much about strip clubs. It's the line and getting a nude lap dance that makes me so mad. I want to start here. This guy has just made so many mistakes right off the bat.
Yeah.
Well, really only one. He just
Yeah.
lied. You can't lie about it.
Well, it
kept-
sounds
but
like if he
kept
didn't
the
lie,
pictures
there's
on
still a
his
lot of
phone, too. He
mistakes.
kept the pictures on his phone.
Well, the pictures is weird because I feel like that's one of those things you're
Who's
definitely
even
not
allowed to
supposed to be.
take
Yeah,
yeah.
like you're not supposed to be
right,
like.
right. Yeah, who took the picture?
And I also think it's weird that
That's not
he
cool.
has the pictures of himself on his saved on his
Yeah,
phone.
like gave it
Yeah.
to his
Like
buddy.
if for whatever reason pictures were allowed in that scenario, and you were like you took a picture of your buddy to like fuck with him, like that would be a scenario. But to have the pictures of yourself like multiple and like saved on there, that's weird.
That is weird.
That's very weird.
Yeah.
Also,
Because to me, that's like he's probably reliving that moment.
who hasn't sprayed their friends jokingly with perfume to try and get
What,
them in
I mean,
trouble?
that's
I do it all the
unheard
time.
for that, yeah.
I hit Matthew on his way out of the door. 24. He's on his way to Hannah's house.
Happens all the time.
Hit him quick.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's that is.
That's like there.
she should have known right there.
We had a friend one time at a party that thought it was hysterical, but he smashed a beer bottle off of his forehead.
I was just talking about this.
Shattered a glass bottle off of his forehead, and obviously it did a severe amount of damage to his face. And so a bunch of people at the party like bandaged him up and like hit it with some Neosporin, whatever. And then we woke up the next morning, and he obviously had this giant scar, like these cuts all over his face with these giant bandages. And when asked about it at the time, his excuse was that he, that floaty thing that we had in our pool growing up that held chlorine.
Yeah.
So he dove into our pool and went head first into that.
That's a good story though. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've gotten hit in the face with those a couple times, and they fucking pack
But
a
like
wallop.
his face was like,
Oh yeah,
it
real
looked like
cut
you
up.
shattered a glass bottle off his
Yeah,
face.
I remember when you two came home that night, because I was up in the living room watching TV, and you walk in and you're like, hey, what's up? And then he comes in and he's got just like a clump of like loose gauze scotch taped to his forehead.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ, buddy.
It worked.
What happened? And then he told me the story, and I was like, yeah, dude, that's par for the course.
Dude, it was kind of an electric moment, though. I
It
would've
did fire the party.
But he
Like,
stood up on this giant rock in front of like what feels like now was hundreds of people, and just like threw his arms up in the air and wham, just smashed it over his forehead.
Wow.
It was fucking hysterical.
Well, somebody's got to do
Instantly
it.
started bleeding.
Oh,
everywhere.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
that brings back the memories of like the invincibility of being 18. Like, I don't know. I'm sure you remember, but Andy, I don't know how much we told you about it, but our senior year of high school could not have been a bigger joke. And for whatever reason, they did our prom so long before graduation. And so we were like, we're just going to have like the week before prom and then however much longer through days of benders. And legit, what do we do? Like, it was like something.
No, it was
ridiculous,
after
20s
prom. It was like right when graduation happened. It was like
it was
the
like
end of the year.
20-something straight nights of
Yeah.
somebody we would just like elect a backyard, and that was the party for the night.
Yeah.
Or it was
To
like
the
we
point
were
it
having
was
like a
like-
senior beach day. I don't know how it started, but yeah, it was fucking
To
electric.
the point it was just an empty field. Like we
Yeah.
were just gonna drive cars to an empty field and just
Yeah,
drink
we were just
there.
going to empty space.
Jesus
Forests.
Christ.
We were throwing forest parties in Wheatfield, New York.
Wow.
They were a riot, though.
That's some footloose shit.
Yeah, it was. It was. What a time. Listen, somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Now. Like I'm gonna be like hungover off of just this, which is
Yeah.
this is
Yeah, about no free ads.
I've turned into a LaCroix guy. I tweeted a picture of LaCroix yesterday, and it was just a picture. It just said, "You dirty little slut."
Can I give a little bit of a backstory to this too?
Sure.
So Bauer was in Florida for like 2 weeks, and then he comes home, and the first time I saw him since he was home was like Monday night. I got home from work. We're sitting down watching some hockey, doing whatever, and this dude buries a LaCroix. Instantly gets up, boom, starts hammering a second LaCroix, and he's like, dude, I love LaCroix. He's like, I feel like I finally have something to drink other than alcohol now. He's like, because I don't like pop, and if I go somewhere or like I'm eating, like I can't just have water every time because it's boring. So it forces me to start drinking. Like I have to get beer or something. He's like, now, dude, I could just start drinking LaCroix. He's like, dude, I could crush a 12-pack of LaCroix. He's like, and then now it's turned into at what point do you think I'll start getting buzzed off LaCroix? And I'm like, you won't. That's what the beer was for.
But like I don't drink pop. Like I really like it's really like water or like something alcoholic. Like those are the two things I drink. So like my body is telling me like while I'm drinking this, like this isn't water. Like you should be getting drunk soon.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I'm like on the third one. I'm like I should start feeling this pretty soon.
Oh, he's a monster when he cracks open. LaCroix.
So he's just been deleting LaCroix.
Good
I think
Lord.
our other roommate's LaCroix too. Like did you buy that case of LaCroix?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, I thought I heard you today be like, "Yo, can I take some LaCroix and take 2 for the road?"
No. It's like it's weird. Like I don't buy pop. Like I don't really buy. Like I mean I like juice, but like I don't really buy it. Like so I was at the store and I was like, you know what? Treat yourself, right? Kept it name brand.
Yeah.
Got myself some LaCroix. They had those.
Have you tried the bubbly?
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. I wasn't sure if that was like some Aldi's off-brand or something.
That one's popular. I'm not a fan. I don't like sparkling water. I don't think it's good.
Me neither. I don't like that. I don't like flavored water in general. Like I remember
I'll do a Propel.
I was just gonna say in like middle school, early high school especially, my one friend had cases upon cases of like grape Propel and like different flavors of stuff.
Was it gloves?
Yeah, it was gloves.
Yeah, obviously.
And it was so gross. I mean Propel, like when flavored water came on the scene, it just disgusting. It's just too disgusting.
Do you remember?
Like it doesn't even quench my thirst because it tastes.
You want to know
bad.
what I used to love, and only because like our mother always had them growing up, was like those Lipton green tea bottles. And they weren't
god awful.
Dude, I would delete green tea.
That's like
green
ginger
tea
candies. That's like disgusting.
Dude, do you remember the green tea candies? Those shits were fucking unbelievable.
All that stuff I never liked.
Yeah, no.
Ginger candy just sounds nasty.
It is nasty.
It's gross. It's like something an old person eats, like green tea, like something
That's
like
ageist.
they put it like
Canceled.
I bet you their target market is retirement homes.
Canceled.
100%.
Canceled for what?
Being ageist.
How
How are you going to come back from that?
I am not an ageist. I will declare that on
Okay,
this podcast.
all right, not canceled then.
I feel like
I love older women.
we got pretty lucky with candy growing up. Like
no, I mean, our father had like one of the greatest philosophies to ever raise children around, which was he was like our dad is a pretty healthy guy, runs a lot, like eats healthy, but because of that, in his mind, he's like, when I want to eat something, like I'm just gonna eat whatever the fuck I want because like whatever, like
Sure.
It doesn't matter to me. So he always had just whatever he wanted in the house, and there was like no supervision. Like we would just fucking.
That's true.
Dogs without horses without dogs, dogs without horses, whatever it is. Yeah, we would just eat whatever we wanted all the time. I would eat like 6 meals a day.
Halloween was the best time to be at your guys' house because you guys would buy enough candy bars in case all of Wheatfield had came through your house.
Yeah.
Dude.
And full size too.
Oh yeah,
that's like the number one thing that I respect about Jerry Canada is like he bought the full size candy bars,
and I forever will. Like 100%. I don't care if I got to spend my last dollar. If I'm getting trick or treaters, they're getting some full size shit.
Size. I will never give out a fun size candy bar. That's the day I go the way of the samurai, dude. I'm done. I'm taking myself out at that point. Really? It's full size or nothing.
It's a noble 100%. Death, dude.
I mean, that's the thing. You bring dishonor to your house. You give out a fun size.
Yeah.
That's a pox. Yeah. That's a pox upon you and all your cows, baby. You got to watch out for that.
He's going to be like taking his kids out to trick or treat. And he's like, they're going to come back and he's going to be like, what did you get? And they're going to be like, one of those little Whopper things. And he's going to like flip off the house.
Tell me what
scumbag.
Yeah, I will. I'll be mad. I will be mad. That's
Molotov cocktail, that shit.
Yeah. He's like, don't worry, we'll be back here later.
This is a lesson. Yeah.
Kids, this is called revenge.
Yep.
Yeah. We hold grudges in this house.
Yeah, I got to try and calm that stuff down before I get kids, or else I'm going to start losing.
No.
I can't do it, dude. I can't.
That's funny.
But yeah, you got to give out. You got to give out the full size.
Yeah. Yeah.
At what point do you teach your kid vandalism? Like, which age is too young?
We just learned it on our own.
You just learn it on the streets. If you got to teach your kid vandalism,
do you remember when we were in 5th grade? Somebody was shitting like and wiping it on the stalls in our elementary school. No. They were like, we called him the poop bandit. I don't think we ever found out who it was, but like somebody was spreading feces.
Canada on the back of his mind right now, and it's like, and that was my best trick.
They'll never catch me.
Yeah. Danny don't got shit on me. Throw back.
Yeah, that's a callback. That's a callback to earlier in the episode. God, you're so good at podcasting.
Yeah, I mean, listen, dude, I do it professionally, part time.
You're too good.
Yeah.
I did change my. I don't know if you've noticed, but I did change my Instagram and Twitter bios. It used to just be COVID-19 survivor. Now it's COVID-19 survivor part-time podcast guest.
Really?
Would you
Yeah.
consider
Wow.
Would you consider that insensitive? Do you think?
No, and honestly, I wish the idea for the bio came from the best bio I've ever seen, and it was only like maybe 4 years ago, like a year or two before COVID. So this is still a super throwback when I saw it. But someone had in their bio bird flu survivor, which was fucking hysterical.
Nice.
Like that didn't really get a lot of people. And like to be like, oh, I survived it is kind of sick. Like, because that was like the OG pandemic. Like, oh, I survived it.
Yeah, they tried to throw us in a dummy a few other times. Swine, the H1N1
H1N1, yeah.
was a big deal.
Isn't that bird flu?
No, that was
No, that was
swine.
swine flu.
Swine flu.
What is this? Is that like a pig or something?
Yeah, pigs
Yeah.
are swine.
What is a swine?
I didn't know.
You didn't know what a swine is?
I mean, I clearly did
Fucking
know. I just wasn't like
uneducated
100%
asshole.
confident.
Yeah, public school education, Bauer?
Yeah. Yep. Public school.
Just too busy rubbing shit on the stalls.
I have
Yeah.
one more letter after my name than Matthew, if anyone's wondering. It's
No,
MBA.
you created that.
I didn't create that. I was given it. I
Yeah.
earned it.
Yeah.
You guys both have master's degrees, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but mine took another year, so they tack another letter on the end.
For
Yeah.
what?
Because it's better.
No, it only took you an extra year because it took you a little longer.
Yeah, that's what it
was
sounds
a
like.
2-year program.
Because what happened? Well, yeah, but what happened was, remember? Do we really got to get into it?
Get into what? It's a 2-year program.
No. We can get into it.
No, what?
So, for what you started going to school for?
It still took the exact same amount of time.
Yeah, but you're minus like one attempt at a degree. So it took you 3 attempts to get 2 degrees. It took me.
Well, I had
I'm 2 for
to
2.
take a couple extra credits in there, but I got it done in the right amount of time.
Yeah, but you're 2 for 3 on degrees. I'm 2 for 2.
That makes
Well,
a lot of sense.
I have a perfect
That's
record.
a good point.
I didn't know what I wanted to do.
I mean, Bauer's got more games played, though.
That's true.
Probably.
So you
But
have to
at
go
the end
back
of
for
the
a
day,
third degree.
at the end of
and
the
see if
day,
you
though,
can get
rings
it.
is really all that matters.
Well, we both have two. We both have 2
Yeah, we
rings.
both have
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, but you still lost one. You still
Yeah,
got there
that's
and
true.
lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Like
saying?
your
So that's
legacy,
Jordan,
your
every
legacy's
time-
tarnished by the loss. I had a perfect record.
Every time Jordan got to the finals, he got one. LeBron's been to the finals a
Well,
million
let's send
times.
Canada back and see if he can get a third.
Oh, please do, dude. That would be unbelievable. I'll go back to college right now in a heartbeat.
Me too. Actually. I've still got 1 year eligibility if they have a 1
Buddy,
year degree.
Yeah, I'm sure I could pull at least 4 more years eligibility.
You can sneak around that well.
Yeah, I redshirted one. I'll just say that. Yeah. Fake birth certificate the second 2, and then the third one or the fourth one, I'd just be like, dude, I've been doing it for this long. Let me get one more in. They'd be like, all right.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
got it at that point. They
Yeah.
got to give it to you.
Yeah.
They'll be cool.
They'll be cool about
Yeah,
it.
they'll be cool about
Don't be a fucking narc.
it. Yeah, hopefully I never have to go back to school. But the degree that I went for was so easy. I mean, I probably didn't even have to show up if I didn't want to. Although I did get Emily told me some kind of bad news yesterday, though, is that at the TV station at Fredonia, which is the...
I found out good news about this last
Oh,
night.
really?
Yes.
An update?
Station survives.
Oh, it's still going?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What happened?
Because
Budget
I
cuts?
honestly thought about calling Mark Kayak and be like, who do I have to call after you to, like, get
What
this
ha-
thing going?
So
So the TV station, I'll tell you what. College, I didn't learn very much. Maybe some of that's on me. But I did learn everything, like the only reason I knew how to set up this studio, every skill that I have like used practically working at the CBS station and then doing this stuff was from doing the extra curricular of working at the student-run TV station at Fredonia, which was in the basement of this one residence hall. And Emily came in yesterday, and she knows some people that still go there. And word on the street was they were closing, and it sucked because I think it was either the very last or one of 2 fully student-run TV stations in the country. The rest of them all had like a lot of faculty, interaction and stuff. When at Fredonia, they give you free reign. You get to do whatever you want.
Yeah,
It was a
I've seen
huge
some of
deal.
the shows.
Yeah. Shout out to Captain Acid, baby. It's the story of Captain Acid. That was a show that aired there in the 80s. And as far as I know, it's not the only show to get forcibly canceled because I had a show that got forcibly canceled, which that was pretty brutal. But Captain Acid was kind of like a sketch show, and then they would also do like a live call-in things. And so, it got broadcast to the campus and the community. And some girl called in one time and started fighting with one of the hosts, and she was like, "You won't take your balls out on TV," and he goes, "Yeah, bet." Fucking stands up, unzips his pants right there.
When was
this? This is
In
back
the
in
80s.
like.
I thought you were saying like this was one of your shows. That got
No, this was not.
canceled.
No.
Is there a record? Like, can I watch this on YouTube?
So I'll tell you what happened. So Captain Acid shows his balls, and the whole world goes crazy. They get canceled. There's articles written about it in the papers and stuff like that. Like, a man showed his testicles on TV, and they were doing some like wild stuff. So when that happened, there was this big investigation, and the university police came into the TV station, and this is when everything was back on like either Betamax or VHS tapes, and they took everything. They took all the Captain Acid tapes. And like all the files, like all the paperwork for Captain Acid, they completely erased it like from the station. Then sometime in like the mid 2000s or something, somebody, I don't know how, but they got access to the UP like evidence locker essentially, and found the Captain Acid tapes and some of the paperwork and stuff, and they were able to get a few of the tapes back, but not that one. So that one is still not seen. So the nuts.
So no balls.
So no balls, unfortunately. Yeah. No balls.
All right. Well,
What was the show that you got canceled?
I did a show for a while.
what did you do? Like, why?
Okay, I was in very good standing at the TV station because I was, on the e-board as the engineer and stuff, and like we had Film Juice going with Joey Hardball, which was a lot of fun, and that always did very well.
Juice.
Yeah, it was a great show. And then I met some people who through the TV station, and I wanted to. This was before weed was legal. And I wanted to do a show about how weed like wasn't as bad as people had been telling you for like your whole life. Like Dare was a lie essentially. The very first episode, I brought a bunch of used drug paraphernalia to the studio and like showed it on live TV and stuff. And they were like. They're like, you can't do that. And
How did they know it was used?
because
They were using it.
Like,
no, nobody was smoking, but like it was clearly used. Like it
but
was
you
all
couldn't
my
be like,
stuff.
this
I
is
wasn't gonna
tobacco.
not.
Well, we used tobacco actually to dirty this one up.
We didn't. No, it was clearly weed. Like it was a weed-based show. We were talking about it, and so obviously it came up at like the next meeting of the e-board, and our Lord and Savior Mark Kayak, who was like the faculty advisor or whatever, he was like, "Do you realize that everyone could have been arrested?"
That's
that
what I was
moment?
thinking. Like in that moment was like that. Like weed wasn't legal. Like you just drove it all to the studio and we're like, oh, I'm gonna just transport this around. Like,
Yeah, I
it
mean,
wasn't the least a ticket.
It wasn't any like actual drugs there, but there was obviously like residue and stuff in the pipes and bongs that I had displayed on the on the show, and
This would have been
so
awesome if it wasn't weed. Like,
so
he's
like that didn't go
"Here's
great,
heroin."
and then so that was the first episode, but they still let us do it because they were like,
Just no
know,
more.
Andrew, we like you. Maybe just take it easy on this. And I was like, hey, I hear you. Like, no worries. And so then I think the second episode we did like step-by-step things on like how to like roll joints and stuff, which they also didn't want you to do because it was kind of the same thing. You know how like you can't like make a YouTube video of like, here's how you make a pipe bomb. You
Yeah,
know what
no,
I mean?
that's exactly
Like,
what I was thinking. It's
yeah.
like,
So these all aired like live, and they premiered on YouTube, and then they were like, we're gonna take these videos off of our, like, every episode would be up for like a couple of hours, and then the next day the GM and like the programming director would be like, we can't chew this. So I think it had 4 episodes maybe, and maybe 3 of them aired. And it sucked. You know what?
What was the final sword in the coffin?
Oh God, I don't know. I don't think the personalities were right. Like, there was a lot of
the how to roll
a
a
lot
joint
of problems.
is electric.
I mean, that was
like,
pretty
thinking
rough.
you could do that is awesome.
Didn't see the problem with it.
Do you see it now? Like, have you learned anything?
Seeing as I've seen him sit in here and try new weed devices.
That's different.
Whoa.
It's legal now.
Why
It's-
am I not
it's a whole
on these
different thing.
episodes?
Because you don't
Not
make-
invited.
Yeah.
Do you that would be funny to sit here and watch me get really high?
No, see, like, no, you're the no. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be.
Actually, it wouldn't be, Alex.
Yeah. Well, because I was on that episode and it wasn't.
Oh, dude,
I think
It was
it wasn't
bad.
fun for anybody.
it wasn't. I
Did
mean,
you
it was-
guys get Matt high?
No. But I
Definitely wasn't fun for him.
like it was. Well, it wasn't. I was like probably
Pretty much
the highest
everybody
I've
but
ever
me
been.
ended up super high,
And I did not
forgot
have
how
a
to
good
speak
time.
English.
I did not have a good
and
time.
so I solo podcasted.
Like,
no, actually, that's not true.
You could see the color drain from my
Yeah.
face like as soon as it happened.
The,
and,
the,
like,
the guy that was on was also fine. We actually had a blast, but
Oh, yeah.
Andrew, like, to a point where we pretty much, we didn't, but after the show ended and the guests left, I stayed for a little bit, and I was like, "Are you gonna like stay here for a while?" He's like, "Yeah." And just kind of like laid down on the couch. I was like, "I was gonna go pick up food for myself. Like, you want me to just bring you some food back?" He's like, "No," and I think he just like
I slept here.
curled up in a ball and went
Slept
to sleep
here,
on the
yeah, I
couch.
slept
That's
here
how
the
you
whole
know
night.
you're really baked, when you're like, I can't even eat.
It
right
was terrifying, dude. Like we were still doing the podcast, and I was like in a cold sweat, and then we got out, and you know the fellow who we had on, who's a super nice guy, like he hung out for a little while, and he was kind of talking to me a little bit, but I couldn't really make words, and all I'm thinking the entire time is just like, everybody hates me, everyone hates me, like I'm so high right now, and they all hate me because I'm so high.
It actually turned into a great episode, though. Like, I had our uncle take a picture of like the YouTube video and send it to me and be like, "Dude, like, how stoned is this guy?" I'm
It
like,
was brutal.
think of the maximum amount of stoned and then double it. And that was Andrew.
Like
It was great content.
I put on, everybody left. I'm here by myself, and I put on a Disney Channel original, thinking, I could just laugh. I put on Xenon, and I couldn't even enjoy it.
The
It was
space
just
movie.
so bad. It was so bad, dude. And I was like, literally in the fetal position, like shaking. I'm like, I'm just like, again, everybody hates me. Like I'm alone in this dark studio right now. Like I'm a failure. I'm a terrible person. Blah blah blah. Which is not necessarily untrue, but it really hit me in that moment in a way that was not fun.
All right, we should do the Who Would Win of the Week.
Okay.
Wait,
Wait,
real
go
quick
ahead.
before we go into that, we have a product to launch.
No, we'll do that after.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
The what is the Who Would Win?
The Who Would Win is Jason Segel
Yes.
versus...
Hold on, I remember. Okay, I got it. This week's Who Would Win of the Week is Jason Segel versus Brad Garrett. That's Marshall from How I Met Your Mother. He's also in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. And then Brad Garrett is the brother from Everybody Loves Raymond. Two very tall fellas. I would be interested to see which one's actually taller. My money's probably
have
on
it right here.
Brad Garrett.
Dude, Brad Garrett
Oh.
is a legitimate giant.
How tall is he?
6'9".
Wow. How tall is Jason Segel?
6'4", which is tall.
Really? I thought he was taller than that, though. I would have guessed Jason Segel was at
Dude,
least 6'6".
6'9"?
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Bauer, that's almost two of you.
Yeah, it's getting up there.
That's
It's pretty big.
about two Alexes.
All I can think about in this whole situation, though, is in Forgetting Sarah, and I Love You, Man, when Jason Segel is just like walking down the sidewalk, and the guy's like,
Steps in his
gonna,
dog shit.
Yeah, he's like, "You gonna pick that up?" And he just starts going crazy. He's like, "Ah!" Like that is,
Dude.
like fearless.
My money's on Brad Garrett full time in this. Brad Garrett, stand-up comedian. He runs
So
his own
sarcastic.
club. I love Brad
Yeah,
Garrett
he's
too.
funny.
He's so funny. Everybody Loves Raymond. Great show. He kills it on it. And that's a thing, man. Like being a stand-up kind of, in the 90s and stuff, like, he definitely had to go through some things. Jason Segel, I love that dude. I love everything he's in. The Apple Plus show that he's on now, whatever it's called, is really, really good.
Whatever it's called, is that the name of the show?
No, it's called, it's called, like, Help Me or something like that. That's not even close, but I can't remember. But he's, like, a therapist in it, but it's really funny. But I've heard some interviews with him and stuff, and, like, he's just too much in the Hollywood machine a little bit. Like,
soft.
He's too soft, and Brad Garrett is going to bring the fucking thunder. 6'9" Brad Garrett is going to boom, he's going to rock his
I
ass.
agree for the sole purpose of, dude, when you're a human that's 6'9", like, people are always going to try to fight you because they're like, dude, this dude's 6'9". And if you're still kicking it, that means that you're beating the shit out of those people.
I feel like if you're 6'9", you're not really afraid of anything. Like, if you run into, like, Shaq or something,
maybe
or a
like,
guy that, like Shaq, but...
Like Priuses, because you get claustrophobic in them.
Right. But, I mean, if you're 6'9", I
Small
feel like you're
spaces.
completely untouchable.
Dude, 6'9" is a big human.
Yeah, that's a lot. I would love to be that
And he
tall.
seems
Well,
pretty
maybe not
coordinated.
to be. Yeah, I mean, he you know what?
walks.
That's a good point. Like, he does kind of carry himself very well. Like, there's a lot of guys that size, and I'm
That
not
are
saying Brad
clunky.
Garrett's not, like, kind of lanky or anything, but he doesn't, like, he does seem to like, know his body
His
pretty well. You know what I
frame is
mean?
well filled out. He's
Yeah.
not like a crazy skinny or like too fat.
Right.
Like, dude, I wonder how much he weighs.
Be a good way to test the athleticism of like really tall guys. Be like, before they fight, be like, run 100 feet real quick. Let us just see what that looks like.
Yeah.
Get a feel for how coordinated they are.
And I'm just not sure what Jason Segel's actually bringing to the table.
I don't know.
here.
I keep thinking of different movie
Yo.
scenes, like
Yeah.
forgetting Sarah Marshall. He gets his ass beat, but he survives,
true.
so he can take a beating.
I actually will say, though, it says he only weighs 216 pounds, which is light.
That dude does
For
not
Brad
weigh
Garrett?
260.
Yeah, that, I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
there's
no.
no way that's correct.
He
There's no
said
way.
that in like a comedy bit one, like as a joke.
I don't know.
And-
Somebody maybe just made up that number.
Dude, he's got to be like 280 at least.
Do you think so?
Dude,
Okay.
dude, when
I'm
you're
pretty bad with that
6'4",
stuff.
like when you're 6'4", like I bet
I'll
you
tell you,
Jason
6'3".
Segel 6'2".
Mm.
Yeah, I
How
mean,
much do you weigh?
like 200 pounds on the button.
Wow.
On the
So-
button.
Yeah,
All right.
dude, and like when you're 6'9", like think. I mean, this is a bad comparison because obviously Josh Allen's a professional athlete, but like. If you look at his physique, like obviously he's got a lot of muscle because he works out, but like from a body perspective, he's not like a super toned guy. He's got a pretty average looking physique, other than the fact that you can obviously tell he's a professional athlete.
Yeah.
And he's what, 6'5", and he weighs like 240.
Wow.
Yeah, that guy looked pretty big. I mean, I don't know much about
Dude,
him.
6'9". I'm not kidding you. Like
That's like bones.
if you're
skinny.
216 at 6'9", you're like severely underweight. I bet.
Oh, 100%, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's not healthy.
Because people don't understand how, I mean, even if you're not like a muscular guy, even if you're not a fat guy, if you're a skinny, tall person, you weigh a lot because you're just,
Oh, yeah.
you got inches, man. Every part of you is a little bit larger.
Bing, 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 ding, ding.
But I still am going to take, what's his name?
Brad Garrett.
Brad Garrett.
Oh, it's Brad
I'm
Garrett
taking
all
Brad
day,
Garrett.
Yeah, I think-
6'9" just fucking big. And
He's
like
a
I said,
huge
he
dude.
kind of looks like a sturdy dude. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he doesn't walk around like uncomfortably. And I agree with you. I think he's got a little bit of grit in him
100%.
growing up in those comedy bars.
I mean, even
whereas
if
like
you,
Jason Segel,
sorry.
I agree. Like he's a little bit soft.
He is a little bit soft. He's just not a fighter. He's not a bad dude, but he's just not. He just is
But
not
also
gonna be able
maybe
to
I just
carry
have like a
himself
little
in the
bit too
ring.
much like forgetting Sarah Marshall bias because he is like a bitch in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
But
Such a funny movie.
so I'm one of
Great
the
movie.
all time. I'm
Yeah.
gonna lock in Miles Garrett. What's his name?
Brad Garrett?
Brad Garrett.
Miles Garrett.
Let's
That
throw
is
Miles
somebody,
Garrett out,
right?
right?
Yeah.
He's a football player.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go with that too. I mean, I looked at a few pictures of him. Looks like a pretty scary guy. I don't think I'd fight him personally.
And that's you know what, you're kind of right because I think he'd probably
Yeah,
be
he's
pretty
got a little bit of
intimidating.
intimidation
and his
factor.
voice also is like very like. I bet you could turn it on. Like Brad Garrett could
Oh,
get real
I'm
scary
curious.
if he
Yeah.
wanted
Here's
to.
what I'd say is like, this is one of those situations where like, if it was a Royal Rumble and Jason Segel was like plus 180, I'd definitely hammer some
Segel.
money.
Stop calling him Jason.
All right,
Segel.
Jason Segel. I'd hammer my money on him and I'd cheer for him, but I'd know deep down that it's
You're
a
probably
really
not
bad
gonna
bet.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Brad Garrett. all the way.
That's a numbers bet. You're looking at the number.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel you. All right. Well, is that a clean sweep?
100%.
That's a clean sweep for
Brad Garrett.
Brad Garrett. Fuck, dude. I should remember the guy's name. He's gonna come after me. vote on that on Friday on Instagram. Who would win of the week?
Now, what's this product
Well,
that you got
can
for
I give
us?
a little backstory?
Yeah, you can give some backstory.
So this is right before my boy got into the LaCroix on Monday night. So he was already feeling good, right? He's feeling open-minded.
I was a
shall
little
we
bit.
say.
Open-minded.
He's feeling open-minded,
Yeah.
shall we say.
Yeah. That's what we'll call
And
it.
I mean, full disclosure, obviously we live together, so he's showering and I'm shitting and the door's open so that it's not a steamy poop, you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't open at first. I had to ask him to open
Yeah.
the door.
Yeah, well, I thought maybe he wanted it locked in for
No.
a little bit.
Okay.
So that's how this starts. And I'm sitting there, and I had this fucking... What he will continue to say isn't a great idea, but to me it's a great fucking idea because he's like, dude, that kind of already exists. The parts of it that you're talking about are just things that like can't exist. I'm like, no shit, dude. That's why you have to invent it. That's what an invention is.
That's a
You
good
invent
point.
something. You create the technology for something to happen.
He wanted AirPlay.
No, I said that. Okay, and this is what made me. It was actually I actually stole the idea from the GameCube. So you know how on a GameCube, like after a little bit, they came out with the piece, the wireless GameCube controller. Where you plug the piece into the GameCube like controller spot, and then you had the wireless controller. So my thing was like, why can't there be a wireless HDMI cord where there's like one piece that goes into my TV and one piece that goes into like your Xbox or your whatever, and then there's no like actual cord. You know what I mean? And Bauer's like, well, that's just like Bluetooth or whatever, you know what I mean? Which I do agree that you could do that. Like you can cast things from your phone to the TV through the internet, like through Wi-Fi. But what I'm saying is, like the TV that I have in my bedroom, you can't cast to. It is a smart TV, but it's older and it's just like laggy. So I always use my Xbox. But I have two HDMI cords, one that I plug into my monitor, and then a long one that runs to my TV, and it just like is laying across like where my door is, and it doesn't get in the way because it's long, so like I have it on the floor flat, but it is inconvenient. So that was my idea.
Have you looked this up at all?
I'm like
Are you
looking
sure
at it,
that
and there's
doesn't
some
exist?
things that like this might be it, but
Pretty
like
sure
same
that
thing, you got to
exists.
connect it to your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
fine. You can connect it to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I mean it'd have to be connected to the same
I'm pretty
network.
convinced. I'm sure it's out there.
Yeah, I think
I think
But
there's just
either
not
way-
a big enough need for it.
Yeah. So either
I
way,
think that's
but this
a good
but
idea,
This all
but
started where I go, dude, because we're always like we should invent stuff. Business brains over here. You know what I'm saying?
So so I like. When he said this, I was like, I got an idea too, and I'm thinking like
This is before I told him the idea.
like they're usually kind of stupid ideas. Like I'm not thinking this guy's gonna come out here and win a Nobel Peace Prize with his invention over here.
Sure,
But-
that'd be weird.
He needs like 6 different degrees and a team of engineers to invent what he wants. Mine was something that I saw somebody do as a joke in an Instagram video, and I was like, oh, I wonder if like they sell like this for actually doing it. So there was an Instagram video where this dude like sticks a dildo on a wall, and then it turns into like a door stopper for a door, and I was like, that would be really funny if I could get like little dildos and like go to someone's house and replace. They don't have them. Like they are not out there. Like, so I want to like if
This is a
anyone's
soft
listening.
launch. This we own this once we say.
Yeah,
our
if
name.
anyone's listening and has like a 3D printer or like a small manufacturing company that makes,
we could do like silicone molds.
Yeah. I want to silicone mold some mini dildos, put some screws in the back end.
Well,
and-
why don't you just make them like hollow sleeves, right? So you can just stick them on already existing door stoppers.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
We have
kind of
both
like a
ideas.
yeah.
Well, we would sell both products.
Sure.
That's the problem is like it's like if this was like a bachelorette party thing,
Yeah.
I'd be crushing it right now. But
100%.
my problem is that it's more of like a gag gift for your buddies to like.
Well,
I buy 10 of them and I go to your house and like do a couple door stoppers.
you can't decide how people are going to use your invention.
That's true. Yeah,
And I think the bachelorette
could
party
use-
market is going to be pretty big for you.
You think someone's like
100%.
really going all
They
like, get
let
all
all
the
Oh, you
the-
know
details?
all
what?
the
You know what we
penis-
should
all
do?
the
You know
penis
the
stuff.
bachelorette party straws that they sell that have
Yeah.
like small penises on the end.
Just cut the tips off.
Yeah, well, we should just find whoever makes
Supersize
those
them.
and be like, dude, we literally just want to kind of buy more product off you, just kind of add to what you're already creating.
If you have any spare molds.
Think about how much inventory we'd have to buy though, like to start, like to get somebody to, like it's.
I mean, I'm saying these things are this big. Like if we bought a box this big, we've probably got inventory for at least a year.
Fuck, that's not fun. I was picturing like a whole room in our house just filled with
Like
mini
you're
dildos.
swimming in mini dildos. Yeah.
Like there's so
I
many
can
boxes.
explain. I can
What
explain.
are all these boxes?
I'm a businessman.
Yeah.
What are all these dildos?
You imagine trying
I'm
to
in business.
explain that
Don't
to
ask me
somebody
about my
that, like-
business.
Bauer, you could just get one of those kits. Those like kits they sell at Spencer's where you
I know
mold
where
your
you're going
own.
with this.
Yeah.
And just use
mold-
those
yeah,
as mini
okay.
dildos.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, there you go. The
Imagine
baby
if, like,
carrot series.
Imagine if you had like a really big dick and you just like made like 50 of them and made them all door stoppers. So like when people came over, you're like,
Oh, you can't even
That's
open
me.
the door.
Yeah, door doesn't open.
You're
It's
like-
spring loaded. It smacks right back at you.
you're like, that one's me right there.
That
In case
was-
you were wondering. So you wanted to know what kind of cargo I'm carrying around. Big day today. I don't know if Matthew told you. Golden Scars are kicking off their season.
The return of the Scars.
I did want to flex a little bit. I wore my championship
2019 was the last year they let us play
Show
in the
that one to
league,
camera.
Wow.
and then they kicked us out.
This is the return tonight, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
tonight we got to go.
Yeah.
But it's very exciting for us because I've already gotten some grief from the other patrons in the league saying why are you doing this? And listen, we got to do something, right? We're all
Yeah.
retired now.
Everybody wants a shot at the top. Nobody wants to work hard enough to get
Yeah.
there.
Now the guys that you're playing with, fellows who are like older than you, right? These are the people
No,
complaining.
I mean it's all
Okay,
ages,
gotcha.
all shapes and sizes.
all right.
Yeah,
There's definitely
Much like
some
Bauer
teams
still
that are
don't
older
company.
and
Yeah.
are probably not happy about us playing. But
Yeah.
that's
Right.
Get
Which is,
younger
like,
guys.
crazy.
Like, what do you want me to do?
So score prediction for tonight. In our inaugural game, the people are fired up. Almost a full roster in attendance tonight. I would say final score 11-2.
Yeah,
Wow.
the line was set at Scars -10. Also, the name when we made the team name,
Fortnite was really
way
popular.
more popular than it
Oh,
is
that's
now.
Yeah.
got it.
It was
We
like
actually we
when
had
Fortnite
trouble
fir-
making the first set of jerseys because they were like, we can't just put a AK-47 on the front of this, and we were like, you're gonna have to.
Yeah, you're gonna have to just put an
There's no way
assault
around
rifle.
it.
Please put an assault rifle on these.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not a high school team.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for
Bauer,
listening
thanks
to
for
the
being here,
podcast.
pal.
Thank you, boys.
Andy, I love you.
I love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.